Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you can hear me. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Everyone doing Okay, today? Just wanted to make sure people could hear me. Ah, still not used to. Hi, everyone. I hope you come in and hit the like button. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Derek, for watching. Thank you, Gen Z. Thank you, Tasharia. Hey, Miss Vaughn. Thank you, dear. Miss Alice, thank you for being here. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here. How was y'all's weekend? Hey, Scorpio Mama. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all had a great weekend and happy Monday. Happy Monday. Um, I know my son was tired, just like Vaughn. Joe, I'm tired. That was my son. I took a picture of him this morning. He was just on the couch, just asleep. And then all the way to school, he slept in the car. He's working now. So he's tired. And he usually works on the weekends. So yeah, very tired. Hey, Janice, thank you for being here. Creola, 1, 2. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I truly, truly appreciate it. Welcome back to Light Break with Joe. I got a few minutes during my lunch break, so I'll get on with it. I hope you're having a good start to your week, even if it's been a little slow, a little heavy. You showed up today. And that's what counts. And that's what I'm talking about today. Today's topic is simple but powerful. Small steps count too. They truly do count. And I want to talk about it. A lot of us start our week wanting to do everything at once, right? Fix everything at once, see big results right away. It's normal, it's natural. But the truth is, real growth, and this is what I have to tell myself, okay? Because say it all the time. I'm talking to myself in these light breaks. Real growth is built on the small things, okay? Today, we're going to dive into that because sometimes those small steps feel invincible, but they're not. And that's what I want to talk about. I want you to think about something for a second with me, okay? Think about this. How many times have you talked to yourself and talked yourself out of celebrating a small win? Like, for example, I'll give myself as an example. I got a notice that I don't remember how many uploads, but I had certain amount of uploads for YouTube, and it's like they gave me this little celebration thing. I literally chose not to post it. And then I was listening to somebody and they said, it doesn't matter what it is, you have to celebrate those small wins because it is a win. And they're giving you that example or that celebration because those are accomplishments that you're doing. Did you not celebrate it because you felt like it wasn't big enough? Right. And we all do it. I do it all the time. Those little small things, I feel like, who wants to know that? But we're so used to seeing highlight reels and big transformations from everyone else, like they did these big old numbers, that we forget every big moment started with a tiny, simple, consistent step. It started small, right? It started those uploads that I had. I think it was, I don't remember the number, don't get me lying, But however many uploads it started with one, right? When I did my first upload, it started with one. So think about it. Have you ever had something where it was something that was celebrating, it was that you should have celebrated, or it was brought to your attention to celebrate, but you thought, who wants to know that? Or who would care, you know? And it's not even about someone else caring, it's about you celebrating yourself and those small wins. It's about you showing up. It's about you choosing better habits. It's about you saying no to what doesn't serve you. It's about you taking 5 minutes to breathe. It's about you drinking your water, or you getting that workout in, or this one is very big for me. It's about you speaking kindly to yourself. Those things might feel small, but they add up. Those little steps every single time you do it, every single time you get a workout in, right? Every single time you speak good words to yourself or good affirmations to yourself, they add up, because you start believing those things. You start believing the more good things that you speak to yourself. It's about what you and how you speak to yourself. If you're not careful, you'll overlook the very things that are actually carrying you forward. Those small steps, they build that momentum. That momentum builds confidence in you being able to do those things. That's what's important. Thank you, J. Jordan. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I think I saw Miss Wanda. Bill Crew, thank you for being here. Kevin Corpening, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Miss Abril, thank you so much for stopping by. Yes, there's Miss Wanda. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate you all. I just wanted to stop and just, remind us all that we have to celebrate those small wins. The pressure to be further along, we can't allow that pressure to keep us from celebrating the things that we are accomplishing. I mean, let's be honest, most of that pressure that we feel, it doesn't come from our actual life. It comes from being comparison, from comparing ourselves to where we think we should be, or we think we could be, or we think what they're doing we're not doing. It's really those things, they come from the pressure we put on ourselves. We're putting that pressure on ourselves because we're trying to compare ourselves to a BMI number. We're comparing ourselves to a scale. We're comparing ourselves to someone else's weight, when in reality, because we're all higher or taller than one another, built differently than one another, it doesn't matter. Even if one person has one weight and another person has another weight, you could carry it differently and look completely different. You're going to carry your weight, even if we're the same weight, you're going to carry it different than I am. And, people will even say, oh, I want to be 130. Well, you could look great at 150. And that's just an example. That's pressure you're putting on yourself, wanting to be a certain number. But it's not being a certain number. It's being healthy. It's being healthy all the way around where you're at. You look around and you think, I should be doing more. I should be further by now. I should be further along by now. What I'm doing isn't enough. You put that pressure on yourself, but listen, you're not behind. Sometimes God grows you quietly. Sometimes the progress is internal. It truly is. For it to long last, what I've learned, for it to be long lasting, it has to start inside. So nobody sees it. Nobody's going to see it when everything is happening on the inside of you. before it shows up on the outside. It's all that progress is happening on the inside of you. It's okay that sometimes you pop off and you crash out because you're still growing on the inside. It has to happen from the inside for it to blossom and prolong. Sometimes that biggest change, it's happening when it feels like nothing is happening. It's happening because you even think about wanting to change it. Those small steps, they may not look like much, but they're preparing you for what's next. Those small steps, they're preparing you for what is to come. Some practical examples, that we put into place, they're real examples that I want to share. They're kind of things you might be doing right now without giving yourself credit. Okay? Let me share some that maybe you don't think that you're doing much, but you should give yourself credit for this. So, if you're trying to quit drinking soda, but you're choosing to drink some water, you're choosing to drink water over soda, or you choose to drink water over that energy drink. That's a small step towards your health. Sometimes, we're so much on our phones and we're so much scrolling, and you choose to put your phone down for 10 minutes and not touch that phone. You choose not to take the phone to the table, to the dinner table. Or you go out to eat and you choose everybody leave their phone in the car and nobody can bring their phone into the restaurant. Those little things, there's a small step towards your mental clarity. But they're small steps that you're making a choice to do. If you choose to right now, your light break would to go for a walk and listen to me just babble to you, and you're walking for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, that's a small step towards building your energy. If you choose to clean one corner of a room, I could have my office, just in chaos, but I choose to make clear out my desk and I choose to clean one section. That's a small step towards order, right? If I'm saying a quick prayer or affirmation and I choose to do that, that's a small step towards grounding myself and just getting some clarity for my day, right? But that's something that I should celebrate. If you're planning your meals for your day, that's a heck of a lot more than somebody else is doing. And it's a small step towards having structure in your day. You're choosing peace instead of reacting. That is emotional growth. These things, they might not feel dramatic. They might not feel like something you want to celebrate, but they're shaping your life. They are small steps to bigger things. Every small choice, it's a seed. That seed that you plant that will blossom. Every step is movement. And every movement, even that small movement, it's progress. Every single one. Don't take for granted what you do, make a choice to do. What differences or choices you're making every single day to do. Vaughn, you okay? Hi, John Paul. Thank you for being here. Hey, Lisa. Thank you for being here. The Bud Files. Thank you so much. Good morning. I was just trying to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. So I want to remind us, I take for granted a lot of little celebrated wins that I tried to do, like that I tried to not give myself credit for because I think it's so small and I shouldn't celebrate it. But there's moments when you'll think this isn't working. or why am I not seeing results, or nothing is changing. But again, remember, it's changing on the inside before it even changes on the outside most of the time. Let me encourage you that that slow progress, it's still progress. It doesn't matter how slow it is, it's still progress. Consistency, it grows roots. When you plant something, the first thing that happens is roots are grow. Roots grow down first. Those roots are what keep you grounded in life when life gets heavy. So those roots have to grow first before anything starts blossoming upward. Roots grow down first, and that is what grounds you when that storm comes. That's what's going to ground you. Don't let impatience make you quit what's actually working. It's if you quit now, will you find out what you could have accomplished? If you sell early, I thought of Lisa. You know, if you sell, if you invest in something and you sell too early, you know, that's not long-term investing. Don't let impatience make you quit what's actually working. Sometimes those small steps, they don't show you the change right away, but they're strengthening you, they're preparing you and building the discipline that gets you where you're going. That is what's happening. I wanted to share with you personally and my personal growth, in my personal growth, because I'm doing a lot of things that I personally work on for myself every single day. And what I'm learning is in my own personal growth, I don't always give myself credit for those small things either. And that's why I wanted to come on here and talk about this. I'm just so used to pushing and showing up and doing the work and staying consistent. But sometimes I overlook the little choices that I make, either if it's not to respond to something that triggers me. A lot of times I get triggered for things that just take me back, right? And the truth is those small steps that are usually the ones that I used to go to, I don't anymore. And I overlook that I actually made a change or a choice to do better and not to allow it to take me to the directions that it used to. And it's not always those big breakthroughs or those big, you know, like it's not always like something going to be like, oh, super big, right? It's not always going to be that way. Sometimes it's me just choosing peace, choosing to just step away. And that's something, you know, when we're younger or when we're erratic and we have a lot of emotions that take over, and I'm talking about myself. Sometimes they frustrate you and they make you do things that you know you shouldn't do. But once you step back and realize, man, I don't react the way I used to. I don't I don't react or allow things to just take me make me crash out like it used to. But I don't give myself that credit. But it's like you have to sit back and realize that you're even changing, because it's not something that's just going to come to you right away and let you know, because nobody else is going. You shouldn't rely on anyone, but I in my experience, like, no one else is going to point those things out to you, right? It's not They're not going to point it out to you, so you have to for yourself see it. You have to for yourself see that it's happening. And then I don't give myself credit for that. It's like I have to sit back and say, sometimes take a deep breath and remind myself, Joe, you're still growing and you are making the changes, even though you're not where you want to be, or you're not, you know, the things that you think or where you think you should be, you're not there, so to speak, but you're making progress. You are doing the things that you set out to do. I want to remind you today. You're allowed to grow quietly. You're allowed to take small steps. You're allowed to celebrate them, even if nobody else sees them. Because even if they do see them, they have their own erratic day life that they're living. And so they should be noticing their own changes. So we each have to take accountability for ourselves to notice our own changes and not rely on someone else to give us those affirmations. We have to do that for ourselves. We have to fill our own cups because each person should be filling their own. Let me leave you with a reminder that you can remind yourself throughout the day. Small steps matter. Small steps do count. Small steps actually build the life that you want. You don't have to do everything today. Just keep moving. Keep going. Don't stop. You don't know where you'll be if you stop. You don't know what you could have accomplished if you stop. Say this with me. I honor my small steps. I am growing even when it feels it's slow. I am building a better version of me every single day. Thank you so much for taking this light break with me today. I hope this encouraged you to stop overlooking your small wins and start celebrating the way you show up, even in quiet ways. Thank you so much for being here, Halima. Thank you so much for stopping in with me too. Yoga, thank you. Goga, thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. Anyone that I missed, I truly, truly am hoping. Young Rias, thank you so much for being here. Mom, thank you so much for being here. My mom is here, y'all. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate all of y'all. And I hope this encourages you to not give up. Don't give up no matter how slow or minute the progress may feel or you don't see it. Every progress is happening from the inside. So you're not going to see it right away. But it's happening because every single change, every single progress, it builds up and it will be big. Just keep going. Keep pushing through with me. We are stronger together. Trust and believe. You're gone.